The nice thing about being all brothers, and I think growing up together out here and helping Dad, all those years, we the farm still gets ran the same way. It's just owned by different people now is about what it boils down to.
It always helps to have good brothers with you.
Yeah, there hasn't been any big fights,
No.
But, you might leave and that might change. Who knows? We've had a few close calls out here. We got another brother that just about lost his pinky finger one time, screwing around like boys do. It was an auger that took the feed out to the bunk, and he slipped and he caught that auger. I ran up to the house to tell Mom, and she was vacuuming upstairs. And I said, Nick's hurt. And she said, okay, I'll be right there. And she kept vacuuming. That's what I remember most about that day.
I probably only had a foot left.
I had to tell her a second time, and I think then she knew better shut the vacuum cleaner off. Can't really remember seeing the pinky dangling there, but I know it was dangling by just a thing of skin. Yeah. But they reattached it, down in Iowa City, which at that time I thought that was just a miracle.
Farming is a tough occupation. You're subject to the weather, prices, and throughout our career as dairy farmers, we relied on God a lot.
Going to church and sitting all in a pew and having people tell you how good your kids were. They would always wonder how do you do it, that they behave so well.
Because we were afraid.
There was always weeds to pull or thistles to cut.
We were afraid. They would see us file into church with, all of us boys, and probably started out by asking Dad if he could spare one of us, and from there it just kind of went, I'm just the guy here all the time. So a lot of the phone calls that get made, I take care of that stuff and lining stuff up if we got custom work that needs done, or if we were building a shed or something like that, I kind of just get all that stuff, get the ball rolling.
Damian likes to plant the corn, so I let him.
Yeah.
I like driving the wagons around and keeping the combine going that way.
Yeah, between me and Dad, we keep the combine running.
A couple years ago, that shed burned down right there. Farmers in the community reached out to us and asked us if we needed any equipment.
I can't think of one person that if we needed something that we couldn't call, and they would do what they can.
One thing Dad always used to say to us was just keep your head down and keep moving forward.
Dad had a litany of swear words that he'd say all in one sentence. That, or cows are out, get up. Or the pigs were out. The pigs were always in the garden. That's what I remember. Pigs were always in the garden. Come home from church, pigs were in the garden. The biggest thing that I wish, instead of having like a baseline price, it would be better if we could tie the price of our inputs to the price of our crop when we sell it. That would be the biggest thing, because a lot of times price of your inputs doesn't change, but the price fluctuation for what you're selling changes. That's where farming can get tough, and that's where people can kind of get down on themselves and get in trouble. But you just got to know that next year's a new year. As far as transitioning goes, start the process long before you're ready to make that final step. There's a lot of work that needs to be ironed out before you make the transition.
Yeah, it's not I'm going to sell it today and my son's going to buy it today and start it all. It's a process.
Getting a lawyer is important these days.
Good tax lady too, or tax person.
Yeah.
Always helps out.
When we put in a long, hard day of work, what a good feeling you had inside yourself when it was all over with and done for the day.
Well, that, and after that hard day of work, Mom always had a excellent meal prepared for us.
Meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Homemade meatballs.
Yeah, with dessert.
I didn't grow up on a farm, so it's me and the kids kind of experiencing everything for the first time.
When we start milking, we say, come on, cows, it's time to get up.
Honestly, I like waking up in the morning before the sun's fully up. Sometimes it feels like you're the only person moving. It's nice and calm, peaceful.
Nieces, nephews, grandkids coming out, looking at everything and asking questions.
And this is the first farm Dad owned, and it's been in the family since 1964, and I would like it to stay in the family.